Yo, what's good, YouTube? I'm back, and I'm back for good now. Today, I got y'all with a crazy build. This build is like a play shot from last year, 2K21, but on top of that, it gets some crazy defensive stats, and it also gets quick drops off one with an 80 driving dunk. So this year, as a small guard, you need a 92-3 and a 94 ball handle, as we know, to get the best animations, get the best badges, get the best jump shots, all of that. This build gets all of that, and on top of it, get some crazy defense, and obviously, like I said, the quick drops off one with an 80 driving dunk. Let me just show y'all real quick, man. As you can see, this build is insane. Look at all the attribute upgrades that you get. You get an 80 driving dunk, a 92 three-pointer, 94 ball handle, a 90 speed with ball, goes up to a 75 pass accuracy. So if you are on next gen, you do get LeBron pass style, so you get the fastest passes in the game. And for a 6'1", it's got some crazy defense. I know what you're probably thinking. There's better 6'9s, there's better 6'8s, all of that. All the tall guards are way better than this, but this is not meant to be in comparison or in competition with those builds. If you check back on my channel, I got a bunch of videos on those builds as well. So if y'all want one of those builds, definitely go check them out. But this build is the best guard build for threes, maybe for fives even, but especially for the stage threes, this is exactly what you want to make. Because with the 92 3-point, you get Steph Curry base, which is the best base for all guards in this game. When you max it out, you get a 94 ball handle, which means you get all the best dribble animations, as well as gold handles for days. A 90 speed with ball is plenty. Whenever I'm on this build, I feel like I'm gliding on the court. It's so fast. And then any defense you need to play the corner defense, or if you need to help out, if you get stuck on the ISO, whatever it is, you have that defense. And some great physicals. If you don't know, you don't really need speed as a guard this year. If you're only going to be running ball and not playing much defense, the better attribute for you is speed with ball, because the only time you're really going to be running around is when you have the ball, and that's all you need. Yeah, it gets up to a 93 acceleration, which is crazy, and a 95 stamina. And when you get gym rat, you get +4 to both of those, so it gets to a 99 and a 97. And since you're a small guard, strength really does not matter. But right before I get into this and show y'all how to make this build, I want everyone to hit the subscribe button and turn on the post notifications. But like I said, I'm gonna be locking in on YouTube, hopefully posting at least 2 videos a week for y'all, and so y'all supporting me on all those videos will mean the world. But yeah, without wasting too much of y'all time, I'm gonna show y'all how to make this build. I'm gonna show you first how to make it on current gen and optimize it for this game. So if you are on current gen, stay here for that. But if you are on next gen and you want to know how to make it for next gen and optimize it for that, skip ahead to the time that's showing on the screen. Now, without further ado, I'm gonna show y'all how to make this build. Obviously, he's a 6'1 guard, so you're gonna want to go to the point guard position. And as always, handedness and number do not matter. I would normally go right hand, but all of this year I've gone left hand, and I'm liking it. So, and as you guys saw, you're gonna want to make him 6'1" and go minimum weight till you get the speed with ball and all the speed you need on this build. And wingspan, go with the 6'7". This way you get good driving dunk. Your defense isn't penalized too much. You still get a 92 three-pointer for Steph Curry base, and you still get a 94 ball handle for all the best SIGs. You can go any body shape. I think on my build I went slight, but once again, body type really doesn't matter. Now for the attributes, we're going to start out with finishing, and the first thing we're going to upgrade is our driving dunk. And like I've said a bunch of times, we're going to want an 80 driving dunk. That way we get quick drops and all the best unblockable dunks that you don't need contacts for. And when you put that up, that also puts up your close shot and driving layup, or we're going to add to those as well. For the driving layup, you're going to want a 74, and once that goes to a 74, it also brings our close shot up to a 49, and that's where we're going to leave it at. And for the shooting, I've already said this a bunch of times, but for our three-pointer, we're going to upgrade that to a 92. And once again, that brings up our free throw as well as our mid-range. But we're not going to leave those there. We're going to upgrade our mid-range by 1 to a 78, and then put 5 up on our free throw to get a 72. And that leaves you 24 shooting badges, most of them being Hall of Fame, so you'll have plenty of whatever you need to make all your shots from anywhere on the court. Now that we got finishing and shooting out of the way, we're on to playmaking. And like I've said a bunch of times in this video already, we're going to have a 94 ball handle. And with the 94 ball handle, you get the best SIGs in the game, as well as gold handles for days, which you definitely need on this game. Next, you're going to want to put your pass accuracy up to a 75. And I know it doesn't sound like a lot, especially on this game when it's super important, but trust me, this will be perfectly fine. But I definitely do not recommend going anywhere under this. Pass accuracy is super important this year. Basically, it determines how fast your passes are, and if you're a guard and your passes are slow, you're gonna be messing up. And for the last thing in playmaking, you're gonna want to upgrade your speed with ball to a 90. You can go a bit higher than that, but to do that, you're gonna need to take something down in another category, and I find that 90 speed with ball is plenty fast on this game. Moving on to defense, we're going to start off with a 75 perimeter D, and then right after that, we're going to upgrade our steal to an 80. We all know that steals on this game are super OP, so being a guard with a high steal is going to be crazy. After that, I upgraded my interior defense to a 56, maxing it out so I'll be able to help out of the corner if I need to. And then my defensive rebound up to a 61 so I can grab a long board if there happens to be one. This leaves us 13 defensive badges, which is way more than any other small guard will usually get. For our physicals, we're going to put the speed up to an 85. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but like I said earlier in the video, speed on a guard this year is really not that important. As long as you have acceleration and speed with ball high, you don't need a super high speed. And that's because speed is really only useful for defense and off-ball dexing. And since you're going to have the ball in your hands on offense and only going to be guarding corner on defense, you're not going to need it super high. For the acceleration, you're definitely going to want that high. We're going to put that to a 93. And then the vertical to a 60 and the stamina to a 95. And for the last thing, upgrade your strength to a 31. This will max the build out at 99. And your badge count is going to be 14, 24, 25, and 13, which is super balanced for a 6'1 guard. And this build is going to be able to do everything you need it to do. As far as takeovers go, I pick sharp and shot creating takeover just because shooting is a bit harder this year, and also fading is super OP, but you can pick playmaking takeover if you want. Now for all my next gen players, this is how you're going to want to make this build on next gen. The builders are mainly the same this year. The only thing that's really different is the badge and the badge counts. So you are going to want to change up the build a little bit, but overall it's going to be the same. You're going to want to go with point guard, and it's a number obviously don't matter. Then once again, go 6'1". Minimum weight with 160 pounds so you get the most speed and all the best attributes. And wingspan once again is going to be 6'7". First thing you want to do is upgrade your driving dunk to an 80, and then put your driving layup up to a 74, and that'll bring your close shot up to a 49, which is where you're going to want to leave it at. After that, upgrade your three-pointer to a 92 so you get base Stephen Curry, which is the best base for small guards in this game. Then after that, go with the 78 mid-range and a 72 free throw. For the playmaking, you want a 94 ball handle. That way you get the best SIGs in the game as well as gold handles for days, which you definitely need in this game since the stamina and adrenaline is a bit weird. That'll bring your pass accuracy and speed with ball up, and you're going to want to upgrade those as well. So for the pass accuracy, put it up to a 75. And with the 75, you're going to want to put on LeBron pass style, which is the fastest pass style in the game. So you'll be dotting anyone on the court. Then for the speed with ball, you want to put that to a 90. Doesn't sound like a lot, but paired with the acceleration on this build, it's plenty for any guard on this game. So after upgrading all those, you're gonna have 26 playmaking badges. And to start off the defense, we're just gonna max out our interior. Putting that at a 56 will allow us to help out of the corner in the paint if we need to, and get potential clutch stops that could help us win the game. After that, put your perimeter defense to a 75. This way you might even be able to play twos, and you can also guard the three in case you need to, in case you get stuck on the guard and the lock can't get back. For steal, we're going to upgrade that to an 80. As we all know, steals are super overpowered on this game, so having a guard with steal is crazy. And for our defensive rebound, we're going to put that to a 61. That way we could get long boards that might go out that the lock or big couldn't get. And just in general, gives us more defensive badges and more things to do on the court. And for the last part of this build, the physicals, we're going to put the speed up to an 85. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but since you have the acceleration and the speed with ball, that's all you need as a small guard, because speed is really only used for defense and off-ball dexing. And on offense, you're going to have the ball in your hands at all times. And on defense, you're going to be guarding the corner mainly. So you're not going to need actual speed, but it's definitely good to still have it up there. So an 85 is plenty. After that, put your acceleration up to a 93. With Gym Rat, this will be a +4, making it a 97, which is plenty. And you'll be moving around the court super fast. For your vertical, you're going to want to leave that at a 60. You'll still be able to get quick drops and all that. And quick drops really on this build is the only dunk you need, because you don't get contacts, and quick drops is one of the best dunks in the game because it's unblockable. And the last thing for stamina, you're going to want to put that up to a 95, because once again with Gym Rat, you get +4, making it a 99, which is the reason you don't need to go 99 off rip. That'll max the build out to 99, and the badge count on next gen is 14, 24, 26, and 16, which is better than on current gen, because like I said, the badges and badge layouts are different on next gen than current gen. So you do get a bit more badges, but you also have the tier 3 restrictions. Now for takeovers on next gen, this is what I would go with. I would definitely go with the first one as limitless range, just because you want to be able to shoot from anywhere. And for the second one, you could go double limitless range, or you could put on pull-up precision to be able to make all the fades in the game. And obviously you don't have to pick those two. You can pick any ones you want, but these are the ones I go with. And with shades of Kenny Smith, Darius Garland, and Fred VanVleet, you have built a 3-point shot creator, and in my opinion, the best small guard in this game. And so there y'all have it, the best guard build in NBA 2K23. I'm not going to talk a lot at the end of this video here. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you stayed till this point, comment logo spider in the comments right now. Make sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and it helped you out. And obviously, if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications. I'm going to be going crazy for the rest of 2K23 on YouTube, as well as on my TikTok and my Twitch. If you haven't followed those already, make sure to go hit the follow button. The links are in the description of this video. I appreciate y'all for watching. Hope y'all have an amazing day, and I'll see y'all in the next one.